the writers of the Bible took a very old concept and incorporated it into religion.
There was no Bible when Psalms was written. So what were they meditating on? And it would be wise for us to continue to do it today.
No matter how you practice it, good night.
I'm Ruth.
I'm Corey.
This is the
Ruth and Corey Show.
This is the
Ruth and Corey Show.
Today we're going to be talking about meditation. Is it in the Bible? Corey, the reason why I want to talk about this is because I've had people tell me I don't do anything unless it's in the Bible, and I don't see meditation in the Bible. First of all, what is meditation? Before we can say whether it's in the Bible or not.
Let's define it. Here we go. Ready? According to the Google Nets and interwebs, meditate. It's an intransitive, what is that? Intransitive, is that how?
Intransitive.
Intransitive verb. To train, calm, or empty the mind, often by achieving an altered state, as by focused on a single object, especially as a form of religious practice in Buddhism or Hinduism. To engage in focused thought on scriptural passages or other particular doctrines or mysteries as of a religion, especially Christianity. To engage in devotional contemplation, especially prayer. That's one. The other.
So there was Buddhism, Hinduism, and Christianity mentioned.
All of them. Now, I wanted to do what's the Sanskrit definition of meditation, because Sanskrit's been around a couple years longer than
Christianity or Judaism.
Quite a bit longer. The Sanskrit term for meditation is, you know how to say that one? Dhyana. Yes, I hope that's right. Dhyana, which refers to a state of profound contemplation or deep concentration. However, the English word meditation does not have a direct equivalent in Sanskrit, as it encompasses a wide range of practices and states of mind that are described by different terms in Sanskrit.
So the Sanskrit language goes deeper than our current English or even the Latin languages. So it's a deeper contemplation.
Right. There's more to it. Basically, in Sanskrit meditation, there's a lot more to it than just emptying the mind and focusing on an object. Yeah.
So is meditation in the Bible? The word meditate is actually numerous places in the Bible. Psalms 119, I will meditate on your precepts, contemplate your ways. I will meditate on your work and talk of all your deeds. I will remember you in my bed and meditate on you in the night watches. Now, there's many verses that talk about meditating on specific principles. However, we have to remember that when this was written, there was no Bible.
Right.
There was no Bible when Psalms was written. So what were they meditating on? In Psalms, it says, so shall I meditate on your wonderful works. So they meditated on nature. They meditated on creation.
Animals. People.
What is meditation? Who meditated in the Bible? So I go to Genesis 24:63. And the son of Abraham, called Isaac, says, and Isaac went out to meditate in the field in the evening, and he lifted his eyes and he looked and he saw someone coming. But he went to meditate in the field, and it was a common practice for the patriarchs to walk in nature and to think, to muse upon God. That's another word to define meditate. I muse on the works of your hands. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all your works. So, Corey, there's another group of people mentioned in the Old Testament who actually meditated.
Hit me.
Then those who feared the Lord spoke to one another, and the Lord listened to them. So a book of remembrance was written before him for all those who fear the Lord and who meditate on his name. This book of remembrance is the Akashic records.
Is it?
It's the records of the book of life, because it says a book was written in the heavens, and that is the heavenly record of your Akashic records. So when you actually meditate, It goes into the record before source consciousness and is recorded before all the angels, your guides, your spirit guides. Meditation can actually attract attention because it says here, so a book of remembrance was written before him in the spiritual realm.
Wow.
So when you meditate, you get noticed by people beyond the veil, ascended beings beyond the veil.
And it gets recorded in the Akashic records.
Yes. Now, my favorite parts about meditation is actually in Psalms, and it says, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Corey, what do you think that means to be still? Like, how would you focus on that?
Okay. If you would go to that verse and actually go to that chapter, can you?
Yes.
Okay, let's get some context around that.
Beautiful. So that is Psalms 46:10. Psalms 46:10. So this is the psalm that says God is our refuge and our strength, a very famous psalm, a very present help in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
We will not fear, even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. There is a river whose streams shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her. And I'm skipping down to verse 7, 8. Behold the works of the Lord, who has made the desolations in the earth. He makes wars to cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariot in fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge.
Okay, so here's my question. And the reason that I wanted you to bring this up in context, right? Here is somebody describing, and then talking in the first person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tell me I'm wrong there, but this person, well, we know who wrote Psalms, but I'm just saying this person suddenly switches to talking in the first person. My opinion, and I'm no biblical expert or theologian, but in my opinion, this person is calling himself God, meditating on himself,
Because
being,
it's his inner presence that comes from God's source.
being stilled by himself.
It's true. I also see manifestation, Corey, in this.
Mhm.
He says God makes wars to cease. He cuts the spear in two.
Yes.
He's manifesting worldwide peace.
World peace.
Through, and then he says, be still and know that I am God. He brings the presence of God through his being and manifests it into the outer world. And I believe this is truly the definition of meditation. When you connect to the presence of source within you, your inner divine light, and it vibrates around you. So all the things they do in Buddha and Hinduism that people have criticized, visualizing light around you or grounding into the earth.
Guess what they're doing here?
It's the light of God.
So let's go back to our question. What is our question again, Ruth?
Is meditation in the Bible?
Not only is meditation in the Bible, let's just say this, that the writers of the Bible took a very old concept and incorporated it into religion.
And it would be wise for us to continue to do it today.
No matter how you practice it, it's a good thing.
If you would like to join us for sound baths and practice your meditation, join Corey and I. We will see you on the Violet Flame.